Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Oz. It's Oz here. The Oz. Return of the Oz. Woohoo! Oz here. Why can't Oz? Your, 'tis I, Captain Jack Humphreys. It's, Oz once again. Oz here. It's me, Oz. Once again, it's the man, the myth, the legend in his own mind, Derek Osborne. My name is Derek Osborne. Everybody around here refers to me as Oz. And 3, 2, 1, Oz, you're live. So, a little bit about me. 35-year-old father of 3. I've got 3 beautiful girls, a St. Bernard, and unhealthy love and passion for animation and all things story-driven. So, I have been gifted with the surprise of Featured Student, and since I am known at animationmentor.com by my friends and classmates for my weekly video journal, I find it only fitting to actually put it to video. So, sit back, thanks for joining me, and hopefully learn a little something about me.
And now your host, Walt Disney.
On this program, we're going to take you out of this world of reality for a visit to the most fantastic of all the worlds of fantasy. It's a wonderful world of colorful characters.
So, they tell us constantly to avoid the cliche, right? And here I go and pull the most cliche answer out of the hat for my inspiration to learning animation. Watching the wonderful world of Disney as a kid, for me, was a must-have experience. And also, I will give a shout-out to Hanna-Barbera. Scooby-Doo's Laugh Olympics Saturday mornings to me was also a huge thing. But it wasn't until much later in my life that I learned that Walt Disney and what he did on the television screen by interacting with his characters had a huge impact on me as a kid. And that's really what, as I got older, inspired me to want to get involved. Because if he had that much of an impact on me, and then watching to see the impact that he has on everybody else across the country and even across the world, you know, Disney is a huge thing. Being part of something that is that big, to me, is exactly where I want to go with my life. My ultimate dream job. Master of the universe. No, I'm kidding. That's an awesome question with like a next to impossible answer. You know, some people have like that drilled down, I have to do this. I want to be part of an amazing creative team. You know, whether it's with a company like whether it's with a company like Disney or Sony, you know, DreamWorks, ImageWorks, it makes no difference. Blizzard, Epic, Valve. Being part of that creative team, being able to sit in a room with 20 or 30 other people who just want to drive a story and be part of something that is larger than life, that's my ultimate dream job. Some of my personal favorites. You know, I love art books. My favorite artist lately, Mark Beam, or Bem. I've never met the guy, so I don't know if I'm saying his name improperly, but it's B-E-H-M, so to me that's Beam. I love his style. It's phenomenal. It's awesome. Concept artist George Hull, he is incredible as well. Some of my favorite books, you know, Mark just produced Nightworks, which was awesome. Ordered a copy of it, and he actually, you know, did a little personal drawing for me on the inside cover, which is awesome. Thanks, Mark, if you're watching. You know, a lot of the art of books for films, Art of the Matrix, I love that one. Any of the books by Ballistic Publishing, I have a half a dozen of them. They're just amazing concept art and matte painting, character art. I've got 1 and 2. I mean, they're just, character modeling, excuse me. Phenomenal pieces of work. They inspire me and push me to want to be a more complete artist. Is my draftsmanship where I want it to be right now? Of course it's not. but neither are my animation skills. But I drive and I push and I work hard every single day to make it that way. And those people inspire me, and that's why they sit at the top of my list of favorites, because they do the work and they put stuff on paper or on screen that to me is awesome, and I love it. So those are some of my favorite books, some of my favorite films, or animated CG films of all time. I have to say Tarzan was one of my favorites. There was that scene where he's going through the vines and he's swinging, and there's like these beautiful arcs and they're just big, and then he's got his feet going a million miles an hour as he's he's like doing that little skateboard thing. It's awesome. The action there and the speed of those scenes, just intense, because you've got long, beautiful swinging arcs, and he's hitting the vines and he hits those trees and it's like it's frantic and crazy. And then I really love movies that are done with scenes that really hit you. Toy Story 2 is one that always comes to mind, when they do that little Jessie montage with her child Emily, and Emily's growing up, and being a father, I can really relate to that. And God, the first time I watched that, I got a little tear in my eye and I welled up, and to me it was amazing. I don't have a favorite film, although Kung Fu Panda sits way up at the top because it was awesome. But I have a lot of favorite scenes. The Incredibles, there's that one scene where Mr. Incredible thinks that his family was shot out of the sky, and you just see the devastation in his face. That was amazing. And then there's a few scenes in there where the action is just at a breakneck pace and keeping up with it, especially with Dash. You're like, to me, that is the epitome of outstanding artwork. That's why those are some of my favorites. So, my experience with Animation Mentor so far, there's really only one word that I can use, and that word is amazing. There's no other place like it. There just isn't. I've checked out campuses, and I'm from a little small town, so there's not a whole lot of options for me here in this area. So having something like Animation Mentor is paramount to me succeeding in the industry and getting to where I want to be. On top of that, whenever I go somewhere and meet an animator or an artist, they know what it is, and that's huge. Instead of saying, "Oh yeah, I'm from X college and I'm in their animation program," I was like, I go to Animation Mentor and I'm almost, I'm halfway through and I'm almost done. I'm so excited, and people are like, "Oh, it's such a great program, and I know this guy, and I know that guy, and I know this gal, and yeah, I was a mentor there once, or I did this," and it's just, it's so huge in the community. Animation Mentor is making an impact in my life, and honestly, if it's something you're considering, it will make an impact in yours too. The most important lesson that I've learned from AM so far, splining is impossible. No, I'm kidding. Honestly, the most important lesson that I've learned so far from AM is that Animation Mentor is first and foremost a community. It's a community of animators and instructors and students and support staff that want to see each other succeed. It's a community of support, and that, to me, I think is probably the biggest thing that helps drive my success, is the fact that I have a community of people behind me to help me achieve my goals, and reciprocating that is so easy. So my most important lesson is that Animation Mentor is first and foremost a community, and then a learning institution, which is awesome. If you're thinking about it at all by any means, it's the best decision I think I've ever made in my life, and it's a great decision for anybody to make in their lives. So, last question. And this is one that came from a lot of my friends and classmates at Animation Mentor. They all have asked me over and over again, when I told them that I was putting together a video for this, they said, "Tell us, Oz, how do you do it? You work full time, you have 3 kids, you're married." I'll be honest with you, my family sacrifices a lot for me to be here and for me to do this and for me to make it happen. My job takes a lot of time away from my family as well. So, me personally, how do I do it? I follow a dream. my dream is to be part of a creative team and to be part of a story and to drive stories and drive creativity in other people. So I follow a dream, and following that dream is what makes it happen for me. It's what keeps me moving forward, and it's what allows me to continue to do what I do. Follow your dream and anything is possible. So how do I do it? I follow my dream, and I try to share that with all of my friends and all of my classmates at AM. So I hope that if you guys aren't involved in Animation Mentor, that you become a classmate and a friend of mine, because it's the most incredible decision that I've ever made, and I am so happy and so blessed to be able to share this with you guys. So that's all I got for you. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me. Thanks for getting to know me. You guys have an outstanding week and lead an animated life.